How you doing, YouTube? As you can see, here's my little Ankylophus citronellus. They rolling up on 2 inches now. They were born, I believe, back in March. But I want to do this video in regards to a post that I seen on Facebook today, and I actually made a video about this particular subject um, a couple weeks ago, and it was people using the term "my devil." And so a poster posted a picture of his fish, and he asked, the board to describe what type of fish this was. And you had some people say "my devil." That's the first thing that usually come out of people's mouth when somebody trying to identify their fish. Not the case, all the time. I don't even know what a "my devil" is. From my understanding, it's supposed to be a fish that's supposed to have a questionable background or an unknown background. And some people say it's a fish that was a Midas that was purchased at a local fish store. Of course, not having a background, whatever. And also a fish that was supposed to be a cross between a Midas and a red devil. Some people probably do the cross Midas and red devil, but that's usually, that's not the ones that's being called my devils. The ones that's being called my devils are the ones that's being the Midas or the red devils, mainly Midas, that's being purchased at local fish stores. Now, granted, there's a lot of subspecies of the Midas, and I think back in the day, people wasn't really and a lot of people right now, they don't breed for location. So if you look at the location of the Midas, even in the old books, when they have like the Midas that was in Lake Apoyo, and you can see the different shapes of the Midas. So Midas, depending on their environment, they'll have different shapes. Some the different waters. Some are fast swimmers, and some are deep swimmers. So their body evolved into what's necessary for them to adapt and thrive in their habitat. With that being said, so when you crossbreed in different not even crossbreeding, when you breed in different locations, of course you're gonna get Midas that look different. They're not gonna look like the original Midas that may have come from like Managua, or the Midas that may come from Rio Tempisque, because you breed in different locations together, so the offspring will take on the look of both locations, so they're not going to look like neither one of the parents. So a lot of times when you walk into these pet stores, you're seeing the product of that, just a bunch of Midas from a bunch of different locations being bred together to give them a unique look. With that being said, the term "my devil" was being used a little too loosely, and we only use that with Midas. I don't understand. Like, the most popular fish in pet stores now are Jack Dempsey's and Jaguars and Texas. The Texas cichlid, you could go anywhere and find a Texas cichlid in any pet store, any Petco. Nobody questions the background of the Texas cichlids. They're being sold as Texas cichlids. They're being purchased by hobbyists as Texas cichlids. Same for Dovi. Same for Jack Dempsey. Same for all of these other fish that people are purchasing at pet stores, and nobody is claiming that the background or the lineage is being unknown. Only with the Midas. Not for the life of me, I can't understand. So the term is being used loosely, and it's just being thrown around, like we supposed to accept, having crossed fish, like your fish is being, like it's cool to have a Midas and a red devil cross. You can't find those fish in the wild. Maybe where they inhabit the same waters, there may be some there, but I really don't, I don't really think that they crossbreed. And this is just my opinion. It could happen, but I think that they'll probably stick with their own species. They swim in the same different parts of the water, and they hang out with their own. With that being said, you think about different Midas species. You think about the Chancho and the Amarillo. They in the same water, but they look totally different. One is they different colors for one, different sizes, different body structures. But if them two just happen to breed, whether they're in an aquarium or in the wild, the offspring will look totally different. They're not gonna look like a chancho or a um, Amarillo. So you would be scratching your head trying to figure out what it is. Not a Midas, not a red devil gene in it, but people will call it a Midevil. That's what I mean by the term being thrown around loosely. Just because a fish has a questionable background or unknown background doesn't make it a Midevil. So we need to clean that up, with when we talking about these fish here, so don't be so quick to call. Because you look at the Sagittarius, they closely resemble, and the Zaliosis, they closely resemble, and the Eloensis, they all had the same shape as the red devil. Some red devils had big lips, some of them had extra large lips, some of them just had normal lips. You know, but those fish they shape the same. So if you get a fish, you go and you buy some people don't even know what a Sagittarius look like, and they may get it and they bring it home and post it on a board and asking like, what do you think I have? The first thing come out of the person's mouth is a Midevil, and it could be far from the truth. So instead of us keep slinging this word around, let's do our research a little bit better. Let's figure out, if the seller says a Midas, go with Midas. Like I said, you could breed Midas from different locations. The different location, they shape differently. They may be colored. You might have some normal Midas. You may have morph. You might have piebald Midas. Depending on the location. But the Midas in one location is shaped totally different from Midas from another location. But when you breed those two Midas together, it's still a Midas. They might just take on the shape of some of the shape of the parents from one lake and one from another lake. And they're not going to look like the fish from one particular lake. They're going to take on the traits of both. So, it may not look like a certain type of Midas that everybody's looking for, but at the end of the day, it's a Midas. So before we start slinging around the term Midevil, let's give a fish a chance to grow up, see what it look like, and do our job as trying to figure out the lineage of the fish. Like I said, people crossbreed locations, people crossbreed the species, and not even adding devil in the fish. The fish is being called Midevil. We got to cut it out. That's not even a breed standard for a Midevil. You can't even say this is what a Midevil supposed to look like. We just call them the Midevils. But with that being said, I just wanted to get that out there. And if you have any questions, comments, concern, please leave a message or inbox me or whatever. But yeah, I think we need to clean it up. All right, thanks for listening to me. Until next time, peace.